Almost feels like too real, like too good to be true. Like it's my first year here. I didn't think that I'd be doing this good, that we'd be doing this good. Like we saw them 3 times and we said the third time, that's always, you can't win 3 times in a row. And they did. And then we're like, can't win 4 times in a row. And then we proved it. So it feels really good.
Great questions for Emily.
How did it feel to finally beat this team when they had come up with 3 different ways to beat you during the course of the season?
I mean, as we kept losing, we were learning. We learned everything. We learned for ourselves, and we realized that why we lost is because we beat ourselves, basically. Like our defense, like when one team, like when offense works well in a game, the defense didn't work well, but today we all worked well. And it was just, I don't know, it's crazy. It feels so good right now. I feel like I'm on like cloud 9 right now. Like I'm very happy.
Can you explain what went on in the tent during the weather delay, something that is in nobody's playbook?
Well, we were told to keep walking around, and then we ended up having a dance party. So we were keeping spirits very, very high, because the one thing we came to the game saying we want to have fun, because when we have fun, we play good. So
I want to know more about this dance party. Was there a DJ designated on the team?
I mean, it switches up, but Kate and Kay, pretty good DJ. We got some good music going on.
How did it feel going in there knowing you just scored a big goal? The team was up by 2, was going to have a man up coming out of that goal. I mean, how important was it to stay positive and try to keep that momentum going?
It was very, very important. And we knew, like we kept saying to ourselves that we are man up. So we knew that we had to take advantage. Every time we were man up, we took advantage of it. I mean, and it ended up 13-9. Ended up working. So
now, how did halftime go after being in the tent for as long as it did? Was halftime anticlimactic, or were there other things the coach wanted to talk about?
I mean, coach obviously has her things to talk about. We made a few adjustments. There wasn't really much because it's the same thing, keeping the vibes up, like everything positive, don't get down, like just what learning from what we did instead of being like, oh, we're fine, like we'll get the next one. We got to learn from it. And that's exactly what we did, and it worked. So
3 goals, 2 assists, 4 caused turnovers against 3, 4 draw controls at a ground ball. What did you do today that worked not only for yourself individually, but for the team?
I think, honestly, I had fun. I go out there and I love lacrosse, like that, like it's a part of me. And when I go out, I just have fun. If I'm having fun, then I'll play good. And I think that like reciprocates with like the rest of my team. Like if we all have fun, we're going to play good. We love each other. Like we're big sellies. We celebrate huge. We're going to have more fun. So like just having fun, honestly.
This next question I'll dissect into 2. How have you been able to keep having fun against not having fun over the last year of uncertainty, not knowing what one day is going to be like for the next?
Well, exactly. We could, our season could end tonight. Like we don't know. So we have to make the most of these moments. We have to make the most of the win. Like, because coach, every single practice, this could be our last practice because of COVID, because like whatever, like this could be our last practice. And we don't want like a surprise to what happened. Like, oh, like that was our last practice and we didn't even do anything. Like we weren't happy, we were having fun. That was our last game. We lost, like we weren't having fun. So I think that's a big thing, like not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, because like our season could end tomorrow. But so just, you know.
Now for the second part, do you reflect at all on what life would have been like for you the last year if you had decided to go to another school or decided to do something else?
I mean, a lot of people have asked me that, like through like my year, like last year, and honestly, not even this year, but I mean, I don't want to be anywhere else. Like this school, like my friends, like I've made family here. Like this team is literally my family. Like I would do anything for them. I would jump in front of a freaking 8-meter shot to save Tot. Like I'd do anything for them. So there's no, like, I'm not mad or upset about my decision. I'm very happy where I am.
Tot was part grizzly bear during the post game yesterday, making reference to your train. How much are you going to miss her and Cicero and all the others? There
are grandmas. I mean, they're probably not going to like that, but they're like, they call themselves that. They call themselves that. So, I mean,
fair enough, then.
But I mean, they are a huge part of this team. And I've learned so much from Hannah and Tot. Like, I'll be down. I'll look at either one of them. They'll be like, let's go. I'll be like, you're right. Like I'm here. I'm playing for them. Like this is their last year. Like some seniors like might come back. They might not, but this is their last year. So I told them in the beginning of the season, I said, I'm playing so hard. We're going all the way. I told them that. You could ask them. I told them, I said, we're going all the way and we're finishing this and we're on our way there. So
there's no static bracket. The other 3 teams that are in, Roberts Wesleyan, Lindenwood, and Queens. Any preference or just focus on your own game?
I just focus on us. Focus on us. That's it. We don't have to. Sometimes we focus too much on the other team and then we don't play our game. We just need to go out, play our game. That's what we did today. It was beautiful. Like, we haven't played better lacrosse. So just play our game.
Xeni said that on Friday, that she thought you guys played the most complete game. So did that make it easier to come out and try to repeat the same effort because you were so used, to the way and maybe at the end of the game on Friday, you're like, hey, yeah, we did play a complete game. And, that's what we have to do.
Exactly. That's exactly what it felt like. We had offense doing great, midfielders working great. On the draw, we did great. Defense, it was all parts of the field working great and working together. And that hasn't happened really. Like, we haven't had a full 60 minutes of hard fought lacrosse.
Was it just a matter of then if we don't do it, we got to do it now?
We knew that if we lose, it's over. So. Okay.
Now, take me through, you scored 2 goals right before the weather delay. You come out, you score 3 after that, and then 2 after the halftime break. And you haven't scored since, early in the first half. In that, middle of the second half, was there a time when you thought, I need to take this? Or is it, because it certainly looked like to us when you scored those 2 goals in the second half, that it was like, the way your stick went down to the turf was like, yeah, that's what I was there. Whether it's a running back plowing through a hole or a center getting a dunk. I mean, that's kind of the way it looked like. You were trying to take over the game at that point.
Well, it's when I drive, I Coach Rachel, you drive for a purpose. You don't just drive to go. I drive to go to the goal. And if I'm stopped, I back it up. But I drove to go to the goal. So I'm not going to stop unless I get there or unless they call a foul or whatever.
Talk about how your defense played. I mean, and you too. I mean, I saw at one point in the first half, you held your stick up. You're a little bit gassed. You had your stick down on your knees. And then, the next time the ball's down in the corner, you're out there digging it out on defense. So, again, talk about that effort and that mindset that you have to make plays. Big players make plays in big games, and you did.
Well, Coach over there is hi. You have to have your foot on the gas and press it. A bunch of our girls, we have to get speeding tickets. We're putting our foot on the gas so hard. We're going so fast that we're getting speeding tickets. Even when you think like your tank is empty or whatever, you have more. Like, we all have proved it, especially in our last game. Like, even though we were up, we still pushed, and like it proved to us that we all have more to give. So, I mean, I just went out there and played lacrosse. Look out there. Look out there. You ready?
All right, Coach Leo, opening statement, obviously one of the biggest events in program history. Second time the Warriors are headed to the D2 semifinals.
Yeah.
How did it feel? Just an opening statement.
It feels awesome. Sometimes I have some sixth sense on like how it's going to go, just based off of like the feeling that you see around the team that day. And they've been ready to go. They were excited. I'm excited. This group's last time was when the seniors were freshmen. I think that speaks a lot to our program and what we're doing. And I'm excited that we're going back.
Great questions.
Emily Mitarotonda mentioned there was a dance party during the weather delay. Was that the turning point of the game?
No, I think we played a really awesome first half. When we came back from the rain delay, I thought we really turned it on. But no, I don't think it was the dance party. I just think they were really focused and knew what they had to do today.
Did anything happen after play resumed with those 7 minutes? You had 3 goals in those final 7 minutes to none. Was there something different at the end of the first half? At the end of the first half, it gave you maybe a psychological edge heading into second?
I think knowing that Westchester's never been down by that much, I don't think all year, just kind of helped this group push forward and extend that gap, which came in handy at the end of the game. So,
how were you able to give up just 2 goals in the opening half?
Our defense played awesome, and Todd's amazing.
It seemed to us that there was a little bit of a possession elasticity at the offensive end where you were taking more time, using as much of the 90s you could. That played it as well?
100%. That was our strategy. We wanted to use as much time as possible, give them less opportunity.
The other team made a play in the second half, started to creep back into things a little bit. Was there any sense of panic on the sideline for the players, or any sense of, oh, here we go again?
No, I think this is the best they've handled them. We knew they were going to score, and we talked about it a lot. So I think today, no, I don't think so. I think we were very calm and cool and collected out there, even when they scored a few.
Altman had just one goal. Bauman just one goal. Monagle had none. Was there something special about those top players you keyed it on to keep them off the scoreboard?
Well, we did switch up a few matchups. KP was on Tatum today, and we put Chris and Andrew Check on 19, and they shut them down.
Is this the biggest win of your career?
Oh. I guess we'll see it then next week. Maybe, I don't know. They're all like, every win brings some sort of excitement and has its special, like, has its moment for the purpose. And yeah, I mean, any win over Westchester is a great day. But yeah, it's a big win.
So much of your success as coach has to do with recruiting and retention of these ladies who are graduating now.
Yeah.
How does it feel as a coach to see these young ladies win their final game on campus?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm so proud of them. I'm super hyped. Obviously, of course, you want this to help recruiting. Like I've said last time, we don't really get transfers. We've been, thriving with building our own product and getting them through in 4 years. And I think that's amazing. And again, kudos to the coaching staff. I think it's awesome, but I'm so proud of the girls. I mean, any day Tatiana Petaway sheds a tear is normally a moving day. So it's a big win for us.
Does it feel like the train, as she calls it, is now barreling down at full speed?
Oh yeah, this is exactly what we needed to get us to the next step. Obviously.
Roberts Wesleyan, Queens, and Lindenwood are the other three teams. There is no static in the bracket. They will be seeded. Is there any team that you feel you match up best against in the semifinal round on Friday?
Honestly, we ended our last season with a loss to Lindenwood, so I'd love to see them again. But we haven't played Queens, I don't know, in probably over 10 years, and I don't think we've ever played Roberts Wesleyan. So, I mean, we're just thankful to be there and have the opportunity, so we'll take whoever we get, but yeah.
It's just play your game at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at, they played awesome today.
Did your defense wear them down to the point where they had to work so hard at getting shots that maybe it took a little wind out of their sails? Did you get
I think
the feeling
so.
of that?
Yeah, they definitely, I knew that they were, as the time started to run out, I knew they'd get a little bit more, they needed to shoot more. So I thought they'd be shooting earlier and using whatever they could to get a shot off. So yeah, I think that definitely affected it. The defense was so on. So it obviously had to affect what they were doing.
Talk about what it's like to have a player like Emily Mitarotonda, the upperclassman of this team, to be able to pass the torch to the player that certainly looks like the player, and that's not to short-side any other player on your squad, but yeah, it certainly looks like she's the torchbearer going into the future. Yeah, I mean, we're very excited for Emily. Her sister did amazing things for us, and I knew that Emily. I knew that Emily was going to do the same. Really excited that she's here. I really, like I said, I think I've said a few times, is I was really anxious for Tot and Hannah to be able to play with her. And I think that shows through just that, like, teaching her the way and leading, you're right, passing the torch, but leading the way. What do you think it means to those seniors to have a season like this to, end their collegiate careers with a trip to the Final Four? I mean, it's awesome. It's what you dream of at this point, right? I mean, not to say you're playing with house money. You certainly want to continue the winning, right? But to have a year like this, where the year was so uncertain, who knew what was going to happen 9 months ago? And now here you are with a chance to win a region, go to a Final Four. It's amazing. James Franklin actually jumped on a call with them yesterday, and he said, this isn't what you prepared all year for. It's what you prepared your whole life for. And I think that it was James Franklin and not Keegan Michael Keane. Yeah, it was definitely him, I think. But yeah, and they prepared their whole lives for this, so it's amazing to give them this opportunity this way. Is this more? I don't want you to compare the two, but talk about reaching a level like this as a player, and then reaching a level like this as a coach. Well, I never reached this level as a player. I think Rachel could probably speak more to that. She did play in 2 national championship games, but I mean, this is. But you've had success on that. Yeah. So I mean, I've just we've poured my heart and soul into this program, and I think that it's amazing to be able to do this and go to the next level. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Okay, sir. What are we doing? What are we doing? We gotta go have some pizza or something. Come on.
That's what I was gonna say.
Come on. I know. Really upset that Tony's hasn't rebuilt